principle 10 is if you were to run with this strategy, how do you turn it into $50,000 a month of residual income? I'm going to show you that right now. Our 10th, our final principle is the principle of compound interest. And I'm going to give you a game plan. And I pre-worked the numbers because I've checked my math, and I really want you to understand exactly what we're talking about here. First of all, let's just define compound interest. It means that your investment from the previous year adds up the next year plus all the new growth. And when it compounds, it becomes bigger. Now, what I'm about to show you in the game of real estate, I do a lease option system, and my goal is to double my money every 5 years, which means in 10 years, I'm quadrupling my money. And then there's ways to accelerate it and go way faster than that, which is what I want to share with you. I'm going to assume that I'm working with someone that has little or no money at all, like me. I mean, after all, in 4.5 years, how did I go from $5,000 to $1.6 million? I'm going to break it all down for you right now. And I'm going to give you the specific math. Here's what compound interest is really all about. It's really about one word: time. The longer you're in the game of real estate, the more you're going to win. The less time that you're in real estate, the less that you're going to win. If you're watching this production, I don't care what age you are, I want to share with you how long I'm committed to be in the game of real estate. I'm going to be in it forever. Because what I'm doing is I'm creating financial immortality. I'm going to die, but not really. You see, I believe my soul's going to live on, but here on this planet, you know what else is going to live on? All of my abundance and all of my wealth. My children are only going to get so much of it. The rest of it's going to go to charity and creating greater contribution. You know what Steve Jobs and Mother Teresa share in common? They're both dead. But are they really? I mean, Steve's company is now a $1 trillion company. It is one of the largest companies on the entire planet, creating more value and leading the way for technological art and advancement than any other company. Mother Teresa, that woman, I mean, a saint of a saint of a saint. But check this out. Sainthood combined with $1 billion means that she's living on. Financial immortality means that you have a plan bigger than putting $5,000 in your pocket this month. It means that you have a plan bigger than becoming financially free and a multimillionaire. Financial immortality says that I'm going to live on after I die with my impact and my contribution. That's one of my core motivations for shooting this production and making it available, is because I don't just want to show you how to make a lot of money in real estate. I want to invite you to be an enlightened millionaire. I want to invite you to think, how do I benefit society greater? How do I be a cause for advancing it forward? And this is a game plan that can put so much money in your account that we should be able to take care of all your needs and put you in a position to help way more people. You ready for that story? This is what it looks like. Everything doubles in 5 years. I want you to understand that. You know what an ROI is, return on investment. We're going to start with years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you might be thinking, Kris, I want to be financially free way sooner than 10 years. I get it. Hang in with me. Remember, I'm talking about financial immortality. I'm talking about living on. You're not going to do this for 10 years. You're going to do this for the rest of your life. You'll never find anything that can compare to the power of what I'm sharing with you. Maybe you will, but if you do, freaking pat yourself on the back. You freaking one lucky son of a gun. You found something awesome. Check it out. In year 1, what I want you to do is I want you to purchase 5 homes. Now, let's just assume for a moment that you join my 5K club, which means I'm your mentor and I've given you the system and we're doing my lease option compassionate financing system. And I'm giving you all the tools and the resources where we can train you, work with you, really help you out, give you everything that you need. So now you're working with me. It's beyond the scope of just these 10 principles. And let's assume that in the first year, I help you buy 5 homes. First of all, you should be feeling good. You know why? Because each one of those homes, let's remind you what you're getting. You are getting $5K up front. You're getting $500 a month. And you're setting yourself up for tens of thousands of profits when you sell. Now, the $5K up front, if you do 5 homes, how much is that? $5,000 times 5 homes, that's $25,000. But you also have 5 homes paying you $500 a month. How much is that? $2,500 a month of residual income. If you had a job that paid very low, then, or minimum wage, guess what? In year one, you're already out of your job. Like, that's pretty cool, right? So you got your residual income, you got $25,000 on top of that. Dude, year one feels pretty amazing, right? And remember, these are homes that I'm showing you how to do with no money and no credit. So I don't care how old you are. Real estate doesn't care how old you are. I don't care how rich you are or poor you are, because real estate doesn't care either. All I care about is whether you're really committed and motivated to a game plan that can produce $50,000 a month towards your financial immortality. Well, if you buy these 5 homes and it doesn't take resources, you clearly have 25 grand in the bank. You maybe have been living off of that. You got $2,500 a month of residual income. I mean, that's hot. You're averaging $4,000 a month just on 5 deals. Do you see how cool that is? Now watch this. Next year, I just want you to do the same thing. I want you to buy 5 more homes. Now, you have 10 at $500 a month. How much is that? $5,000 a month. Some of you, it's a lot easier to get out of a job if you don't enjoy what you do. You have another $25,000 of signing bonus, if you will. That's pretty awesome. And we're building up mega money that will resemble doubling every 5 years. Hang tight with me. Year 3, we're going to do 5 more homes. Pause. I have 5, 10, I got 15 homes. Do you understand that? So I'm going to start writing this a little different now. Instead of 5, I'm going to write 10. I'm going to write 15, because all we're doing is we kept 5 the first year. We added 5 more to 10. We added 5 more to 15. Are you guys with me? Now check it out. 15 homes at $500 a month is $7,500 a month. Dude, that's almost $8,000 a month. Did you know that that's over $90,000 a year, or somewhere thereabouts? That's almost $100,000 a year, plus your $25,000, right? $5,000 for each of the 5 new acquisitions, $25,000 in the bank. Okay, so right now I just want you to pause and do this. Ooh, I want you to get a big old smile on your face and say, oh my gosh, I start seeing this going somewhere, but you don't even know yet, okay? Watch. We're gonna do 5 more homes the next year. That's gonna bring us from 15 to what? 20. And the next year, it's gonna bring us up to 25. Now at this point, you're making solid 6 figures in residual income. You're loving your life, and think about this. All you're doing is adding 5 homes to your portfolio. Do you know how little work that represents? It'll feel like a lot your first year because you're just young, dumb, and green, right? But with my help and with the team, it's like actually moving forward amazing. Now, something else happens in the 5th year. We dumped these homes, which means that technically 25 became 20 again. But because of all the money we get, remember how I said we're doubling our money every 5 years with earning a 20% annual ROI? So we're gonna now have the money and the resources to go buy 10 more for a total of 30. We're not just leaping by 5. Now we grew by 10 more. Does that make sense? Now listen, every time you buy those homes, you're adding $500 of residual income. You're getting $5,000 on average up front. And then if we carry out the next 5 years, here's what ends up happening. In the 6th year, we're going to actually then do the same thing. We're going to sell these 5 from the 2nd year, and we're going to double them. So now this is going to grow from 30 in the year 6. This is now going to grow to 35, and then we're going to grow to 40, and then 45, and then we're going to grow in the year 9 to 50. And in the 10th year, we're going to start selling these and doubling it even more, which is going to turn into growing by 10s, 60. So just pause for a second. I don't want you to get lost, but I want to tell you what all this math adds up to. All of this math adds up to $30,000 a month of residual income. It also adds up to $25,000 in residual income from the upfront money. And it also turns into $5 million of net worth. Now pause. You may have already caught this. You're like, wait, Kris, from year 4 to 5, because everything from the beginning is doubling, we're now moving from 20 to 30. Shouldn't this be counting by 10s, 40, 50, 60, 70? Yes, it can. Or imagine selling 5 homes, making tens of thousands on each, and just pocketing the money. That's why in the end, if you want an income that turns out to $30,000 a month or 50,000 a month, or maybe a lot bigger than that. It's all possible. There's so many variables. The big thing that I want you to understand is how this cascades. I want you to understand that it creates options. I want you to understand that you have so many options on how you can play it out. And I want you to have a vision, but I don't want you to get hung up on it because there's only one thing that you need to care about right now. How do I freaking learn how to buy 5 of the right homes, ultra part-time as a side hustle this next year? If you do that, it can create the massive wealth that you're looking for and help solidify your financial immortality.